The egg, a simple food with hidden powers and dangers. You open your fridge and reach for an egg, just like every other day. It's a small, familiar act. You crack it into your pan, it sizzles, and within minutes, it's breakfast. But have you ever stopped to wonder what you're truly putting into your body? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most common foods in the world, the egg. Behind that fragile shell lies a story of ancient traditions, nutritional wonders, medical warnings, and even danger. As a physician, I invite you to join me on a revealing journey. We'll explore why the egg can be your ally, or if consumed without care, your hidden enemy. You may never look at your morning omelet the same way again. Let's begin with something shocking. One single egg contains nearly the entire daily recommended amount of cholesterol. For individuals already struggling with high cholesterol, this is no small issue. It's why doctors often advise limiting egg intake to a maximum of 4 per week. Then there's the issue of allergies. Eggs rank among the top allergenic foods, right next to peanuts, whole milk, citrus fruits, and strawberries. Protein allergies, especially to egg white, can be severe and are often listed first by specialists when explaining food intolerances. Those with acute pancreatitis should avoid eggs altogether. Likewise, if you suffer from liver conditions or gallbladder disease, be careful. The yolk has a bile-stimulating effect that can worsen symptoms or even trigger a gallstone attack. Concerned about your heart? You're not alone. Cardiologists often recommend separating the egg white from the yolk. Why? The white is loaded with complete animal proteins, but the yolk contains fats, including those that raise LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol. But let's not rush to throw eggs out of our diet entirely. They're still incredibly nutrient-dense. Eggs offer vitamins like B12 and D, antioxidants like lutein, great for your eyes, and healthy omega-3s, especially in pasture-raised varieties. So what's the verdict? For most people, 1 egg a day is absolutely fine. Moderation is the secret ingredient here. Now allow me to take you far beyond the nutritional labels and dive into the fascinating world of the egg. In ancient Egypt, eggs symbolized life and fertility. Pharaohs offered them to the gods. The Romans believed that breaking an egg could ward off evil spirits. That same shell we toss into the bin once held divine meaning. And did you know that in 17th century Russia, people used raw eggs to predict the future? They'd crack one into a glass of water and interpret the shapes, like a mystical Rorschach test. Fast forward to the Middle Ages. Artists used egg yolk mixed with pigments to create tempera paint. Some of those masterpieces still hang in museums today. Even in modern times, eggs continue to surprise. In 2011, a fossilized dinosaur egg was sold at auction for more than $70,000. It seems eggs, even petrified, never lose their value. And here's something fun for your kitchen. Drop an egg into water. If it sinks, it's fresh. If it floats, it's time to say goodbye. It's a simple test that can save your stomach. Speaking of stomachs, let's get serious again. Salmonella remains a risk. Undercooked or improperly stored eggs can cause painful infections. My advice? Always cook your eggs thoroughly and store them in a cool place, and watch your pairings. Mixing eggs with heavy creams or large amounts of butter overloads your digestive system. Pairing eggs with overly sweet foods like syrup or jam can also spike your blood sugar and stress your metabolism, especially if you're pre-diabetic or diabetic. If you have gallbladder problems, be especially cautious of fried eggs or dishes drenched in oil. The yolk's bile-stimulating power can provoke painful episodes. Let's talk diets. The boiled egg diet, which suggests eating 6 to 10 eggs per day along with vegetables, is gaining popularity. On paper, it works. Eggs are low-calorie and high-protein, which keeps hunger at bay. Some people lose up to 5 kilos in 2 weeks. But let's be honest, it's not sustainable. Too many eggs can raise LDL cholesterol in some individuals, and the diet lacks variety, fiber, and complex carbs, leading to fatigue, constipation, and nutrient deficiencies. So yes, eggs can support short-term weight loss, but don't make them the sole star of your long-term nutrition plan. Let's not forget the shell. Instead of tossing it, crush it into your garden soil. It's packed with calcium. Some even grind clean eggshells into powder and use them as natural antacids. In Japanese cuisine, raw egg on hot rice, tamago kake gohan, is a breakfast staple. Thanks to strict hygiene, it's perfectly safe there. Though it might raise eyebrows elsewhere. Artists still find inspiration in the egg. Drop one on the floor and what do you get? Not just a mess, maybe an abstract masterpiece. But excess has its dangers. A man in the 1980s tried to break a record by drinking 25 raw eggs in one go and ended up in the emergency room with severe indigestion. What about vegetarians? Technically, unfertilized eggs are not life, but for some, the ethical question remains too complex. Respect their choice. And finally, the culinary magic. Eggs make cakes fluffy, bind sauces, lift soufflés, and serve as the backbone of countless recipes. Just beware of over-acidity from ingredients like tomatoes, which can irritate the stomach when combined in excess. So here's the truth. The egg is not just a food. It's a paradox. A small wonder that can nourish or harm depending on how we treat it. My professional advice? Enjoy your eggs. 1 per day is enough. Choose quality over quantity and listen to your body. Because inside that tiny shell lies both healing and hazard. And it's up to you to strike the right balance.